a decision in case of any anomaly that would prevent the launch from taking place in safe and reliable conditions.
So if you see them on the phone, you know they're speaking to their crews, their teams here in French Guyana and around the world.
We are going to launch Herschel and Planck today, two satellites that arrived here in Kourou 3 months ago. Since then, we've carried out all the electrical checks which allowed us to verify that all was okay on board. These two satellites are equipped with telescopes which will allow us to map the heavens in the coming 2 or 3 years. To do this, we have to keep the telescopes very cold in order to have images as clear as possible. Since the start of the campaign, nearly 3 months ago, we've been supplying liquid helium to Herschel through a drip feeding process. This enables us to lower the internal temperature, and this morning we obtained 1.5 Kelvin, that's less than minus 272 degrees Celsius. This helium can last 3 years at the same temperature, and this is a technological breakthrough. As for Herschel, after separation, Planck will be the coldest place in the universe. We will have a temperature of about minus 273 degrees Celsius, which will enable us to have a very clear map of the universe showing the stars, planets, more than 10 billion light years from Earth.
Coming up on the 7-minute mark now, and that's a big step. That's a synchronized sequence.
Yeah, that means that from that moment up to liftoff, the last checks before cryogenic engine ignition.
Attention pour le début de la séquence finale lanceur.
DDO's going to call out that mark.
So all this check will be made automatically by a computer system.
Top H0 moins 7 minutes.
All right, we're into the final moments of final count on what's happening actually.
Now we start the sequence, so we start the last filling cycle for oxygen and hydrogen, and all the operational systems are now synchronized with the launch system of the launch pad.
So what's a good way of summarizing it? Power is passing from the ground to the onboard?
Yeah, launch vehicle will progressively take full control over the babysitting of ground systems.
Alex, we've seen the green status panels pop up a couple of times, and they're all green for the moment, but they can go red. What happens if we get a red?
Yes, one of the panel indications may turn to red, meaning that the corresponding system is not ready for launch due to an anomaly. In that case, the automatic sequence would then stop and put all systems back into safe configuration, ready to resume back to the initial H0 minus 7 minutes status.
So would we begin the synchronized sequence process all over again?
Absolutely.
As long as we remain in the launch window, we're fine.
We're fine. The liquid helium feeding process of Herschel needed to be disconnected at the latest time before transferring to the launch vehicle to the launch pad. Hence, the sequence of operations was shortened so as to minimize the time between disconnection and liftoff. Today, time of launch is driven by the satellite's constraints, which require that they be put in a predetermined position within a predefined time slot with respect to Earth, Sun, and Moon.
Coming up on a minute to launch, and you'll hear
de DDO, attention pour H0 moins 1 minute.
And you'll hear the DDO Thierry Valet calling out the 1 minute mark, and we'll be into 60 seconds.
Top moins 1 minute.
All right, final 60 seconds. Alex, the ignition sequence, we mentioned the arms that are going to pull back at minus 5 seconds. Then what happens?
Yes, starting at H0 minus 3 seconds, we'll have at H0 the ignition of the Vulcan engine, followed by 7 seconds of checkout of this engine before ignition of solid boosters and liftoff.
So we have 5 seconds watch for the arms to pull back, then you'll have the main engine right, count to 7, and the computers will be checking out pressure and the rest of it, and then they'll give you the okay, these computers, to light the solid boosters, and we'll be on our way. We will let the DDO call out the final countdown, 10, 9, 8, etc., and we hope you will enjoy the launch. We'll be back after liftoff.
À 12 de DDO, attention pour le décompte final. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, top. Allumage Vulcain.
There it is. There it is.
Allumage des EAP et décollage.
Oh, wow.
shots into the blue sky. Something we don't see every day. We hope you enjoy that. We'll have some replays at the end of the broadcast, and you can see it again. 770 tons lifting off at H0.
Yes, we now hear the noise coming from the launch pad arriving here at the vicinity of the Launch Control Center.
Takes over a minute. Makes it 14 hours.
Yes, to about 14 kilometers.
So what's happening now? We have the first flight phases. The boosters
the two solid boosters give a very strong initial boost that will increase velocity from 0 to 7,200 kilometers per hour. Let's say 4,500 miles per hour. Approximately 20% of the targeted final velocity. The DDO just said that all parameters...
Trajectory right now, as we mentioned, the two solid boosters and the core main engine are burning.
Yes, for 2.3 minutes. So we're aware of the solid boosters.
Boosters should burn out in about 10 seconds. You'll probably be able to see that because the skies are clear unless she disappears into the clouds.
And after separation, we shall have lost 75% of the mass at liftoff.
Séparation de accélération à poudre.
Right on time. The boosters, the DDO is called out the booster of separation. This is what it looks like up there. There's two of them that fall away. The other one is out of the camera.
Gorgeous images from the separation.
Yeah, beautiful shots.
All right, guys, a cheer for Planck and Herschel.
Ce que va le témoin de la collision des galaxies qui laisse des centaines de milliards d'étoiles. Une merveille de